Warm greetings to everyone. My name is E. Sumati, Assistant Professor of English in the Department of Science and Humanities. Today our session relies on the topic preposition. I am very much elated to deliver this session to one and all. Hope you will enjoy this session. Prepositions hold a privileged position as part of speech in that they are closed class. While prepositions are limited in number, they are important because they act as vital markers to the structure of a sentence. They mark special relationship between persons, objects and location. And there are about 150 prepositions in English, yet this is a very small number when you think of the thousands of other words like noun, verbs, etc. Prepositions are important words. We use individual preposition more frequently than other individual words. In this session, we are going to concentrate on prepositions, prepositions of time and prepositions of place. The main objective of this session, preposition, is to make the learner understand preposition and its kinds and help them to know how to use preposition, and also help them to understand that using preposition enhance communicative skills and fluency. This slide explains about prepositions of time, in, on, at, a deeper explanation. The prepositions of time, in, on, at are used in many different ways. In that story below, when we closely analyze, we are able to find prepositions like in, on, in, again and in, at, on, again at, in, again and in and at. So from this we are able to understand that a preposition always follows the 6 golden rule. What are the 6 golden rules? First, a preposition must have an object. Second, preposition means place before. Third, a pronoun following a preposition should be in object form. 4 preposition forms, that is one word preposition and complex preposition. 5, 2 preposition and 2 infinitive are not the same. The last golden preposition rule is that a preposition is followed by a noun, it is never followed by a verb. This slide shows the exact definition of preposition. A preposition is a word used before a noun or a pronoun to indicate place, direction or time. So here in this slide there is an example. The boy is lying on the floor. So this particular on indicates where is he lying. He is lying on the floor. The place, where is the place he is lying? He is lying on the floor. That is being properly indicated with the preposition on. Now look at the picture. What is happening in the picture? Let us look at the sentence below. Example, on Sunday James wake up 8 o'clock. What is the preposition missing here? The missing preposition is at, which has to be inserted here. If at is inserted, the whole sentence would be very meaningful. So we are able to understand that prepositions are very important. That is why it is called as preposition before a noun or a pronoun. Now coming to the in-depth detail of understanding what is preposition of time. A preposition of time is a word that allows you to discuss a specific time period, such as a date on the calendar, one of the days of the week, or the actual time something takes place. So this preposition of time, place is the point where many learners confuse themselves, and we are going to discuss in detail about the common mistakes made in these kind of prepositions. This slide and this picture are able to convey the most important preposition, that is in, on, at, which gives importance for time, location, days, weekend, hours, address, streets, etc. And it also describes how it is general, how it is bigger, and why it is more specific and why it is very specific, etc. So this particular chart helps us to understand why these three prepositions are very important, that is in, on and at. Now let us look at some example or common mistakes made by all of us while using preposition of time and place. Look at the first example. When did you arrive in on London? Is a example there. What will be the answer there? The answer will be in London. Why it is in London? Because in can be used for cities and countries. Arrive on can be used for locations like hotels and airports, and arrive at can be used for timing. The next example, I will call her in on next week. What will be the answer? Whenever you come across the word next week, you have to keep it in your mind. It never takes a preposition before that. So next week, next month, next year will never take a preposition. Look at the third example. They live at on Main Street. What is the answer? They live on Main Street is the correct one. If there is a number before Main Street, for example, if it is 14, Main Street, we can use at Main Street. And if it is a number along with the word preposition or in Chicago, we can use at Main Street. Look at the next example. I have worked here for since 3 years. For is always used for 3 years. That is for a period of time. Since is always used for years like 1965, 1985, etc. This is the common confusion between for and since. Now, during while the concert it started raining. What is the answer? The first sentence after the preposition is a noun, concert is a noun, so during always takes a noun, so that will be the answer. While will not take a noun, it will be a clause or an independent clause, so that will be an error. I read it on the internet. I read it in the internet or on the internet. I read it in will be the wrong answer. I read it on will be the correct answer, because on is always used for the electronic media and in is always used for the paper. Okay, I read it on the internet is for the electronic media. For example, I posted assignment on the Google Classroom and I posted assignment in the Google Classroom will not be accepted. I posted assignment on the Google Classroom will be the correct one. Next sentence, we met two at the airport. So here the answer will be at the airport because it describes the location, the airport. But why to cannot be used is that to always denotes movement. For example, we drove to at the airport means the correct answer will be to. So these are some of the common mistakes that we make while usage of in, on, at, everything. So with this concept, I hope we might have understood how to rectify these common mistakes. Right, let us discuss about the frequently misused preposition, that is problem pairs of preposition. The problem pairs are beside and besides. Beside means next to, whereas beside means in addition. For example, come and sit beside me is the apt word. We cannot tell come and sit besides me, but besides means something in addition to something. For example, in addition to computer science, I am also learning biomedical engineering, so that is called as besides. So besides computer science, I am learning biomedical engineering. And what is the problem pair? Between and among. Between means when two people are involved. Among means when more people are involved. For example, distribute the chocolates among yourself. Distribute between yourself. Share between yourself. So that is the difference there. So with this, we are able to understand the different preposition and the usage of preposition of time and place. To conclude in this session, I feel that you have understood what is a preposition and classification of preposition, and how preposition of time and preposition of movement and problem pairs of preposition has understood, and you are able to understand the common mistakes that we usually make in usage of preposition. So thank you for listening. Happy learning.